So there you have it, full throttle, and then back down to idle. Full throttle and idle. I mean, there is no real load on it at all. So this is my 2023 Tohatsu 4 horsepower. It's a short shaft. I recently purchased this, and it's only got like an hour and a half running time so far. Still got a ways to go. But I want to concentrate this video mainly on the engine side of this electronic throttle. As far as the electronic components and the battery, I'm going to save that for another video. That way everything doesn't get jumbled up together. The main parts to this that you're going to need are the throttle opener, because the stock one will not work, and you'll need a servo mount. These are both that I have here are 3D printed. I also have a insert where it goes into the side of the motor for your electrical. But like I said, most of this stuff I'm going to save it for a second video as far as relating to the electrical components. And also, if you'll notice here, I have this lure, and I'm going to show you how this comes into play as far as for creating a part for your throttle. All right, so with that said, let's get the engine open. And so there you have it. Here's the servo. Here's the servo mount. Servo mount is double-faced 3M tape held in place. I mean, it's very, very sturdy. It's not going to go anywhere. Here is the other little throttle opener component that needs to be replaced. The original one, I'm not sure where I placed it at the moment to show you, but it only came like halfway. So when the throttle opens, it would only go that far. So that defeats the whole purpose on trying to create the electric throttle here. But now with this new component, which slides all the way over here, I can go full throttle and everything will still work. Now you say, what's the big deal? Well, you still have access to where you can use your steering arm here with the throttle. See? You retain functionality of both. Now, as far as the throttle arm, that's where the lure comes in. Let me get it here a minute. And you know, you can get this lure at Walmart for $1. So it was just easier for me just to do this instead of trying to buy wiring and the whole 9 yards to do this. So if you notice, that is it right there. What you do is you stretch this open and you cut it. That'll leave your hanger portion there. And then this one, this end here, you open it up a little bit, twist it off to the side, and just hook it up under your main throttle rod right here. And that's it. You have your steering arm. Okay. Now what you'll notice here is I needed a way to stop it at a predetermined position, and so I used a piece of little small tie wrap. But the tie wrap will not stay on the throttle arm. It's just going to slide up. So what you want to do is take some Gorilla Tape, a strip of it, and coil it around the rod nice and tight, and that's going to grip it so where the tie wrap can no longer slide, and it'll hold it. All right, so let me go ahead and power it up, and then you'll see how it works. Now you'll notice I have two electronic throttles here. It's just either or that you can use, but for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to use the little one. The little one's what I have it plugged into. So there you have it, full throttle, and then back down to idle. Full throttle and idle. I mean, there is no real load on it at all. Now, when using this throttle box, you'll notice that I have a kill switch built into it, and that all goes through this main wiring. But like I said, on another video, I'll show how all this is wired up. But this goes through into here. Now this port here originally is for a throttle arm kit for the carburetor that you can get from Tohatsu, but that's for mechanical. So for this version, you just go ahead and remove the rubber grommet that was there, and you're going to replace it with this 3D printed version that has the electrical connection. And it goes through here. I mean, it's a nice tight fit with the O-rings, okay? And if you notice this little flange here, once you get it in there, as you can see here, you can go ahead and put a tie wrap on it and it will not come out, okay? Now the servo arm runs in this conduit, and I just routed it up to the side here just to protect it. And then I also have two wires coming out that connect to one to the ground and then another one to the magneto right here. And I'll show how I made this later on in the video. But that will ground out the motor when you go to turn it off, and it still retains the original function of the kill switch up front here. Okay, so by popping this, you're going to shut off the motor. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's really simple. Something that I pondered on, and if you have a, what do you call that, a kicker motor, this is perfect for it. You know, you have your main motor, you can steer it off your main motor, and then you can have a separate throttle, and you don't have to be coming back here and grabbing the steering arm just to control the throttle. I like it. So I'll go ahead and add a electrical schematic showing how this portion of it, on how it works through the servo and through the kill switch assembly. That'll help some of you guys be able to see visually how all this works. Okay, and then I just run a little cover on there when I'm not using it. So I hope you guys liked this little video. It was pretty entertaining to me doing it, so hopefully somebody will get value out of this. Thanks for watching.